Let's proceed to the daily fix for today.
Daily Fix.
Daily Fix.
Daily Fix.
Daily Fix.
Daily Fix is by Richard Akita, personal development coach. He is also an author. You can find more Daily Fix on Africa Global Radio or when you visit richardakita.com. I like today's proverb so well because it's so deep. Death doesn't understand sorry. Yeah, it doesn't because when it happens, and it doesn't inform. It's a it's a thing that happens once in your lifetime, and when it happens, that's it. That's you coming to the end of your journey of your stay on Earth. So for and the thing is, you don't even see it around for you to have negotiations. Like let's talk. We can talk, and I could take some time and maybe try to correct my ways from wrongdoings and try to do right and all. Mommy,
Very.
death doesn't understand sorry.
Yeah.
It's deep, huh?
I would say once a person dies, they're gone.
Mm.
It's like there's nothing that you'll say that they would ever hear. So
The
you
wailing,
tell
the
them,
crying.
the wailing, the crying. You're not letting them know how you feel
Mhm,
about them.
mhm.
You're not apologizing for hurting them in one way
Right.
or the other. It's
Mm.
like it's just there's nothing you can do because once a person breathes their last,
That's it.
that is it. They cannot comprehend anything it is you say to them. And I believe that should teach us as humans that we should appreciate people
Mm.
while they're still here. We should let them know I care, I
Right.
understand. Say I'm sorry, say I love you to a loved one. I mean, a cousin of mine died last week.
Oh,
and it's
sorry. Condolence.
yeah, it's like he's an orphan, unfortunately,
Oh.
and then he was left in the care of my mom.
Oh.
But they've been having some back and forth, and it's like he's dead, and
That's it.
there's nothing you can actually say to him. He will not even hear.
Nope.
So just say
Condolence.
something while
Yeah.
they're there.
Condolence, especially to, those who've lost their lives in this COVID pandemic era, this whole, back and forth attacks, Palestinian people, the Israel. A lot of innocent people have lost their lives during this process, and only God knew what, people around them or their loved ones would have said to them or maybe wish they have done, But thank you, Mommy, and again, condolences to you and your family. Epi,
Very.
death doesn't understand sorry.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. There's this country song I really like a lot. I've forgotten the name of the person who sang it, but it goes like, if tomorrow never comes, would she ever know how much I loved her? Yeah, and when you actually listen to the song, you really love the words of the song.
Yeah.
When you actually lose people, when things actually die, I think even when we're talking about death here, let's just not relate it to the people who have gone 6 feet and who will never come back. But sometimes things die whilst you're still alive. Certain things die within you. Certain emotions or certain friendships or certain relationships, they just die like that. You just don't go back to it again. And when you want to say sorry, it doesn't change anything. When something is dead, it's dead. There's no revival. Like, it's not coming back.
Yeah.
Or it's not. The sorry should have been said whilst it was still alive. The sorry should have been said whilst you were still trying to hold on to it, not when it's gone and when the person cannot even hear you, like Mami was saying. And I get people when they say, oh, me, I'm like this, me, I'm like that, me, I do this, I'm straight like that. But one thing I ask myself is, you never know the mental state in which somebody is. So when you're talking to somebody, look, do it as if it's the last time you're meeting them. Maybe they may not die, but if that's the last time you're ever meeting them in your life, is that the very last image you want them to carry along with you?
Right.
And when they go, when they remember you, that's the very thing that comes to their mind. How would you feel? Sometimes we tend to feel guilty when we realize that our last interaction with people were bitter.
They didn't go
and then
well.
they just passed away.
Yeah.
Then you come crying and this is not what I meant, this is how I meant. Sometimes, it's all the good intentions are good. But But one thing we have to understand is we can't control it all. We can't get it always right. Sometimes the experiences people go through make them much of better people than the things we say to them. So I'd rather you be nice. I'd rather you be loving and caring and supportive. I'd rather I remember you as somebody who stood with me or somebody who cared or who was there
Right.
than as somebody who was always trying to point it out.
All right, thank you, Epi. Let's hear what you have to say on the Daily Fakes. Death doesn't understand sorry. Share them with us on Facebook, Africa Global Radio, or on Twitter, AF Global Radio. Use the hashtag The Africa Daily Show.